game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate.
You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, with a conclusion involved so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolute perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago. 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. This kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. Carr completes it. And I think the ball's up. It's picked up by the Broncos. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh.
Oh, now Lindsey lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. They will finally run him down, but not until he brings us all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I know people see Philip Lindsay's role in Denver changing a bit with the arrival of Melvin Gordon, but I think Gordon's going to be more of an enhancement for Lindsay. Maybe he won't carry it as often, but now he'll be much more effective as a two-headed monster in the backfield. Both of them can run it inside.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
A.J. Boye up to make the tackle.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the rookie, his intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And for the third time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
First and 10.
So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
It's a game.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Block working out of the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Raiders.
So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Spencer will elect to not bring it out here. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? All of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
13 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now a carry for Lindsey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Here's Locke to throw. As they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. they'll say it's incomplete.
For Noah Fant, incomplete. Now second and goal from the 7.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by McManus is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Spencer will elect to not bring it out here. It's a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Block. Almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 42 yards.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders.
LaMarcus Joyner on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
So the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. From the gun. Block. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They're going with Lindsey. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they'll get this down to the 10. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now the Broncos' big-ticket acquisition. It's Melvin Gordon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton on the touchdown pass from Drew Lock. And the Broncos push further out in front. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for, but it's going to be second down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Carr's throw here caught by Williams. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Carr to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Carr. This is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
From the 22, Locke, open man Hamler, that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
3-yard pickup. Brings up
on 2nd and 7. Locke, open man, he completes it to Judy. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Drew Lock on target to Jerry Jeudy. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped it to 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Nelson Aguilar, 83 yards. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. That's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Spencer will elect to not bring it out here. It's a touchback. Phillip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, plus 3.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
45-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
11 on the play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations. There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Gordon on first down. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. 2nd and 5 now. Lock. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So Carr and the Raiders now down by 10. A little under 2.5 to go. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. The throw complete here to Williams. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's good for Las Vegas.
To throw his Carr. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. This pass from Carr taken in by Waller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw, Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
His throw incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Jerry Jeudy there. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A lot going to throw it here. Incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. And they'll run the end around here with Jeudy. Now loose football. The ball comes out, and the Raiders pick it up.
One of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, coach, but look, we've still got this locked down, but that's not necessarily true, is it?
You know, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really... working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be caught one-handed. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyrell Williams with time running out. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.